What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, first things first, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Marco. He is the one who created the new insignia for Hey Status Gaming, and it's going to be there for a while because I absolutely adore it. So, Marco, thank you so much. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different than all my other videos. I feel like at this point, all the other videos have been about chase cards, rare cards, stuff like that. I kind of want to go to basics a little bit for a lot of the free-to-play players. And we're going to start that with technically what you would consider a free-to-play player card, whatever you want to call it. It's the King of Kings Triple H. Now, King of Kings Triple H is honestly, or is not honestly, it is honest, is only acquired by getting the King of Kings subscription. Now, it's $10 a month. It's well worth the money in my opinion. The reason for that, you get his weekly tour, which is once a week. You get his Blitz, which is once a month. It offers up star fills. It offers up medallions for the King of Kings prize wall, which is down here at the very bottom of our store. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There it is. King of Kings prizing. You get the coin promoters for Showdown, which help you increase your Showdown miles or Showdown points total, whatever. It helps increase that to where you can get the next few milestones if you don't have all of the cards required that are going to make it a one and done thing. Obviously, there's still some grinding, but these guys help. And to be honest, Natty is not that bad. Brock Lesnar is pretty good. Kurt Angle is solid at 6-star silver. Booker T I haven't seen much of, but I heard he's halfway decent. JBL is the same way, and Beth Phoenix is the same way. Either way, as a free-to-play player, you're not getting all the big draws. So whenever you can actually get cards and use them, do it. That's what the VIP tour is for. It also gives you tokens for 6-star bronze, 5-star emerald, 5-star diamond, 5-star gold. It gives you plenty of options down here. It helps out quite a bit. This is for your journey when you start off in the game. We're not going there because the road kind of kills me every once in a while. You are essentially paying $10 for a card every single month that gives you VIP access, gives you extra loot gems, gives you HP boost, gives you auto clear tickets. It gives you 2x speed up button for the tours. I believe it gives a 2x speed up for Showdown, but I could be mistaken on that. I'll have to come back to you on that one. But either way, it gives you 2x speed up on tours. You're on the road right now. You have a little bit going on, but you're not wanting to spend money for pulls. You're getting pulls from keys and stuff like that, and that's fantastic. But it's always good to have a solid card. And King of Kings Triple H is now officially a solid card. This change happened months ago. He has been out for a while with the changes that have been. Beforehand, he was garbage. Now he's not. He is Reality Era, so if you don't have Regal and you don't... I think Regal's the only Reality Era, to be honest with you. That contends in the Showboat area. Regal is solid. KOK is for the poor man's people. I'm your people. I use King of Kings for reality. Excuse me. That was brutal. I'm so sorry. That came out of nowhere. His trainer ability is amazing. Moves generate countdown gems will generate 2 more countdown gems. X-Break gems do 400 or 4,500 more damage. Moves that generate green gems will create 4 more green gems. Any color gems do 10% more damage. So there's a card in here called Razar. He is the revamp of... It's been so long, I have forgotten who he's a revamp of. It's on the tip of my tongue right now. I ain't going to remember. Comment down below who Razor replaced. But he generates 4 more green gems as well. The thing is, Razor is no longer available. Authors of Pain have been out for a long time, so he is no longer able to be gotten in the game. So if you have him now, you're lucky. If you don't, you missed the boat. But King of Kings isn't better replacement, in my opinion, because the any color gem is doing 10% more damage. At 6-star silver or 6-star bronze, that's just below a Santa Hogan. At 6-star silver, it's above a Santa Hogan. So technically at 6-star silver, you're getting more bang for your buck when you're generating green gems and you have 10% more damage. Perfect in my opinion. Amazing for people starting out. Amazing for veterans who've been playing for a long time. I use him on quite a few people as a trainer. He's well worth it. The moves we're going to be looking at today is his best moveset in my humble opinion. This is my humbled opinion. Obviously, there's probably other people who think differently, and by all means, boo boo, think whatever it is that you want to think. Why am I going through all this? I could just do that. Now, the trainers are a little bit different. Animal can pull from keys. Booker, I think, has been in the key pulls. He's most like, or he was a free card, so he's easily accessible. Showboat Luger is the only one out of all four that is not the easiest one to get a hold of, but with his age in the game, he's becoming easier and easier to get. He has 12k flat or green gem damage. Same thing with Booker. Yoko is 100% reinforced. I cannot stress this enough. Gem damage is critical. His move damage sucks. 260,000 for a finisher. Psh, come on, we've seen better. So obviously these areas are lacking, but it makes up in the gem damage with the reinforce, considering that's triggering twice. So well worth it on those regards. The belt, you want to stick with Fury or Fury 2. These are easily come across when you're grinding and stuff like that as a free-to-play player. Beggars can't be choosers. If you're sitting at 80%, you're sitting at 80%. Sitting at 100, you're at 100. Either way, even at 40%. Right now, we're going to be at 61% because I'm regular Fury. So he doesn't do a whole lot in regards to game-changing techniques, but he is viable for your free-to-play roster. For your roster that is below 2 million. For the roster that is struggling to get through certain things, this is the key for it. He is also going to allow you to have every single month a VIP tour in the month-long chase that allows you to get more resources. It pushes you a little bit further. He is your stepping stone to get to greatness. He is the game. Learn to play him so you can play the game. So let's hop into this fight real quick. We're going to go up against a 5-star gold because unfortunately for Triple H, the King of Kings, 6-star bronze kind of is a little bit of a rough spot. That's where the control aspect comes from, and I'm going to show you that in the next build. This is his speed build. This is the one that takes 5-star gold and below. So if you're running him in feud lineups, you're running up against 5-star golds and stuff like that, you drop him down with this speed build. This is the speed build because I dubbed it the speed build. It's just how it goes. He's going to hit about 2.5 million damage. Nothing to write home to mother about, but still enough to do something. And like I said before, it is just straight Fury 1. So I'm not expecting him to move mountains. Fury 2 might be looking at around somewhere close to 4 million, which would be ideal right now. But again, beggars can't be choosers. So 2 million, easy enough, and 5-star gold can't kick out. Easy money. Easy money. So this is where it comes into the speed build. And since you have King of Kings, you have the 2x speed up button. Tours become faster now. Grinding becomes easier because you're one and done, son. And I have ran him on auto. This does well on auto. You switch the sledge body shot to where the cutter's at. And then it's going to go sledge body shot, cutter, pedigree. If you leave it like this, it'll go cutter, pedigree. So it skips the sledge body shot for some reason. The next build, I wanted to show you 3, but I've done this third one. It doesn't impress me. So just a brief summary here. What you would run is the Spinebuster, jumping high knee, and the inverted Indian deathlock. The reason you run it this way is you're going to do the jumping high knee. What that's going to do is you're going to set 2 Juggernaut gems. Okay, you're going to put one in a corner, one in the other corner. Keep them away from things that break because you're going to go immediately into Spinebuster. Spinebuster, you want to put this on the top left, top right, or top middle of your board. So that way you do not cascade. You cannot cascade. That's what I'm trying to get at. Do not do that. Okay? So you're going to avoid doing line breaks. You're going to avoid doing wild cards, stuff like that. Put it in an area where you're not going to break anything. All you're doing is the 6. What that's going to do is that's going to charge your inverted Indian deathlock. You drop that down, you hit it home. Obviously, the 30 random gems are not going to stick. You're looking anywhere between 15 to 20, depending on the board state. But once that is done, it'll go to your opponent's turn. They're going to take some of those away. So it's going to be probably, if you were at 15, you're looking at probably 10 now. which is going to trigger this on the next turn, which is the Juggernaut deals 25,121 bonus damage for every reinforced gem on every countdown turn, and make 10 reinforced gems into red gems at the end of the countdown. This one is not so much for free-to-play players as it is for someone who has the King of Kings subscription and the manager subscription, so you have extra polls coming from that. That'll give you Tech Stacy. Tech Stacy, I know for a fact, is in there, and she needs to be on here with that 12k damage going on to the reinforce. So ultimately, this is going to do 250,000 plus damage, depending on what the board state is. You're going to swipe because nothing's going to be available at that time. You're going to swipe, your opponent's going to do their thing, and then hopefully you don't get pinned in that time frame, because this portion goes off, filling up all the reinforces with red. Click, click, and then it goes right back into doing jumping high knee, spine buster, into the inverted deathlock. That's just basically how it goes. It's slow. It does not do the damage it needs to do. I do not recommend it. But if you're in a tight spot where you have the green or animal taken, Kofi taken, and you need to use the red because you have the trainers available, I recommend going Sting with Striker Austin for 50% more. If you're lucky enough to get Tatanka down the way, Tatanka's very good on here. They'll do 360,000 damage in lieu of 180 because he's 100%. And then you throw on Tech Stacy, and you can throw on either Yoko or Hall of Fame Yoko for the reinforce, or you can do Tech Drew for another 50% more submission damage, but it's going to turn into 5 turns. And you all know me. You've seen enough of these videos. I hate it when a submission is viable to the build and you add turns to it. It just decreases the power, in my opinion, but that's my humble opinion. Now this build, this is his 6-star bronze build. And the reason I call it the 6-star bronze build is this takes down 6-star bronzes. It takes a minute. It does take a little while, but eventually it wins outright. So what we do with here is we keep the exact same trainers, to be rightfully honest. You can switch off Booker for Striker Austin or Tatanka, either one. You can. There's 3 options there. Showboat Luger needs to stay. But if you have Yoko and you don't have Luger, you have Tech Drew, go with Tech Drew, or go with Shelton or Acro Shelton Benjamin. That's going to increase the submission. So either way, you're either going to go submission build and do more damage with the submission, or you're going to increase the finisher. If you don't have Showboat Luger and you don't have Yoko, I recommend going with Shelton or Tech Drew in both slots, or Shelton and K-Quick, whatever the hell his name, R-Truth, the original version of R-Truth. He was a free card. He's easily accessible. He increases finisher damage. That'll help. On the belt, you clearly want to go with yellow gem damage as much as humanly possible. Increase that finisher as best as humanly possible. So let's go into this one real quick. It's not going to be a long fight. King of Kings, Triple H against all 5-star gold cards tends to one-shot. So sorry, I've got it. For some reason, there's something just straight up caught in my throat tonight. So I'm sorry for all the grumblings and stuff like that. I played some heavy metal music on the way here or way home, and I was screaming along with it, so my voice is a little raspy. But see, right here, this is what I'm talking about. There ain't that much left on the board, and I don't like that. I don't like it when there's not that much left on the board. I want to see an explosion of flavor, not just a flavor. You all know what I'm talking about here. But this worked out nicely. He's not going to kick out, and if he kicks out, I'll be surprised. He's not. We're fine. So all of that being said, I want to look at the belt one more time because I forgot to mention the plate. The plate is also very easy to get. In our kickoff tours at the beginning of every MLS or every month-long contest, the beginning of all of those, I don't know why I just did that to myself. I could have easily clicked on that, clicked on him, and not had to search. Right there. We get a medallion if you get to the second to last milestone. That medallion is for the plate wall. I realize that everybody wants to save up for the Dead Man Sigil or the Titan plate, whatever one's in rotation that month. But I recommend if you go with King of Kings as one of your mains, you need to go with the Shock the System plate. This works on 2 levels. 1, it is taking black gems away from strikers. And since Triple H is a showboat, showboat has a class advantage over the striker. You're taking away their black gems, you're taking away their ability to charge at a faster rate. Number 2, if there is a good enough board, this goes off. It will refill your submission before your finisher. So you can actually hit the submission, then go and hit the cutter, then go and hit the pedigree. 2 different levels. And if you get it just right, and I have had this happen with a big enough cascade, with the speed build, I have had the finisher and the reinforced gem move both ready to go by turn 2. So it took less time to go through the rotation. But either way, for free-to-play players, if you're willing to spend $10, I recommend spending the $10. It is well worth him. He does hold value on so many levels. It is $10 towards the game that literally is going to keep skyrocketing your roster. It's going to build you. Just don't forget the weekly events. These are Triple H can do a lot for you. He also helps on Green Stip tours to help you get your feud promoters. He helps in Showdown for reality requirements. He's also really not that bad in Showdown, especially with the way the perk system works. So he holds value. He does have a moment, but it's not something I like to address because it doesn't fit him. The only thing it does is all color submission gems last 3 more turns, and you need the submission to last less turns. So that way you have more reinforce on the board. So it's kind of counterproductive for him. The generate all color gems, create 4 more all color gems. It's an area effect, so it doesn't really affect him. Blue gems do 33% more damage. It works if there's a cascade and the blue gems are involved. Yellow gems do 68% more damage. Nice, helpful because of Shock the System, but we're breaking green gems, so it doesn't hold as much value. It still holds value, just not as much. But if you have Kofi Mania and you came across it and you've got some of these, that's a free card basically. That's been a free card. He's easy to get. He's similar. He's mid card. He's a pain in the ass to get, and that's the reason why I don't have him. And then King of Kings, obviously. So if you have the moment, bring it up just to be able to have the yellow gems at least for for faction feuds. And with all of that being said, this is now the end of this video. I plan on doing a few more free-to-play cards. They are on my to-do list for the month of November. I'm going to bring up Striker Loomis and a few other ones that I think are sleepers right now that I think really are going to hold some water. And with the way the new trainers are and stuff like that, the flat gem, there's a few I have in mind. So click the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel. We are at 99 subscribers as of this recording. We are so close to that 100 viewer goal. Actually, while we're here, while you're on this recording, let's see where we're at. Because if we did, we're gonna blow up. But I highly doubt it. My luck's not that good. We're at 100 subscribers! We nailed it. Thank you everyone so much for coming by and watching the videos. Please continue to like and share. The next goal is 1,000. So I'm gonna leave you the same way I always leave you. Life can be fun if you allow it to be. We'll see you next time.